Hello everyone. It is Wednesday night, time for another Facebook Live. I'm going to try and get this pulled up or shared on my laptop to my group. I'll give you guys a few minutes to get on. I never know if my laptop is going to work. So if you saw my post from the weekend, I was at a crafting retreat put on by Kay. It was so fun. And I shared some of the projects that I made. And I also designed the card class that I've got tomorrow night. Oh, goodness. I never know what my laptop is going to do. It's being very slow. All right. We'll refresh and see if it finds it. Hey, Betty. So I know not everyone likes Halloween cards. I love Halloween cards. I love making Halloween cross stitch. So I knew when I got this cottage wreath that I wanted to make a Halloween one. Oh, my laptop. I never know. So let me show you what we're going to be playing with tonight while I'm waiting for my laptop to decide. We are playing with the Cottage Wreath bundle. And so it has got like sentiments for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, and then just a generic one. So you could use this wreath all year long. All right, we're almost there. I've got to where I can see it and maybe share it now. And then it has dies that go with it. A lot of dies. So when I get a new die set like this, I draw around all of them, especially one like this, because if I took off 3 or 4 dies, I'd be like, oh no, how did they fit on there? So that's just something, as soon as I open it up, I draw around them all. And that way I don't have to worry about trying to figure out where they go when I'm putting them back on. So it's got 2 different wreath dies that you can just use by themselves. And then it will cut out both of these wreath dies. So the card I'm making tonight, I just used one of the standalone wreath dies. And I cut it out of one of the silver metallic. And this is the one that almost looks blackish. But when you put it on this purple, then it almost picks up a purple tint. So I thought it looked real well on this Halloween card. And then we're going to color our ribbon so that it will match. And we're going to put some spooky spiders on there. All right. Laptop is almost there, I think. So because my laptop was acting up, I did not get a chance. I was trying to get ready for class tomorrow night, and I did not get a chance to draw for the card that we made last week. But I will do that after I'm done with the video, and I will post it in the comments of this video to see who won this card that we made last week. All right. Well, I'll keep an eye on my laptop. It's still thinking. So let's go ahead and color our ribbon. I've just got a piece of scratch paper here. It won't take long to dry because this is an alcohol marker, but we'll just go ahead and do it. Oh, goodness. I don't know what my laptop is doing. So this is the dark Highland Heather. And we have some white crinkle ribbon that is really nice to color also. But this one, because it has white in it, you can color too. So you just take your marker and just run it over the ribbon. Now you do want to have something beneath it to protect your surface, because these blends do go through. I'm just going to turn around this way and get the last bit. So that's it. Now we have purple ribbon that matches our card. Now, it will make it just a little bit stiffer, but it's not bad at all. I'm just going to set that aside. and we will do our stamping next. So I just have some scratch pieces of paper here. I do not know what my laptop is doing. For some reason, when I said I wanted to share, it took me to a page that says no reviews. I have no idea why. Facebook seems to change about every time that I try and use it. All right, again, I just have some scratch paper. We are going to stamp in our Memento Black 3 spiders. And then we're going to die cut them. And then I might be able to get away with just one piece of paper. We're going to do our boo. I think, yeah. Just trying to make sure I have it nicely inked up. And I forgot to say, but after I'm done with the video, then I will post on my blog the dimensions to this card. So if you want to recreate it, you can. And everybody that comments on this video on Facebook will be in the drawing next week to win this card. Okay, let's try sharing this one more time and then I'll give up. See if it'll actually let me share it to a group. Oh, it is. I don't know what it did before. All right, I'm going to move this out of the way and grab my little mini cut and emboss machine. Maybe it's going to post it over to my group. We'll see. Okay. So out of my dies, I'm going to get the little spider die. All right. It says it shared it. And we'll just run this through 3 times. And I'm trying to remember. I think it goes this way. Yes. So you just line that up. Try not to move it when you put the other plate on top of it. And I just like to hold it until it grabs it. So there's one little spider. Set him aside. And I flip my plates every time. It just helps keep them from getting too warped. Hopefully you're up where you can see. I'm have it up where you can see it. All right, spider number 2. Oops. Sometimes there's a little sticky spot on the back of the die from where it sticks to the double-sided tape, and that often gets stuck to my finger. And then it wants to come with me instead of staying on the plate. All right. Spider number 2. They're pretty fun spiders. Ooh, I bet we could have done some Wink of Stella on them too. I didn't think about that. On their little bodies. Get off of there. All right, one more spider. And then we'll have all the spiders we need. And I have seen, if you don't like spooky, if you don't like spiders, then I have seen people do some really cute Halloween cards, just cutting like 2 of the wreaths out, like of orange and green, or, you know, purple, or, so you could do that too. All right. There is spider number 3. So we have our 3 spiders. I'm just setting them over here. I'm going to put my die away so I don't lose it. Let's set this back out of the way. All right. Now for our sentiment, I've already got it in a box for tomorrow night because we're going to use it, but there is an alphabet set called Alphabest, and it's just a whole alphabet, and it has a punch that goes with it that punches out the letters. And then it also has some shapes that you can stamp, some solid stamps that you can stamp behind the letters. But it also worked perfectly for this boo. So I just turned on its side, punched it out. All right, that is all of our pieces. We are now ready to put this all together. So I have Highland Heather card base. I just burnished it with my bone folder, but I'm not going to put this on there yet. So this is another piece of Highland Heather. And I love, so this silver mesh ribbon. Hey, Susie. Yes, Betty, you found me tonight. I'm glad you did. This silver mesh ribbon came out, I think, in last year's holiday catalog as a Halloween ribbon because it looks kind of like spider webs. I use it all the time. I mean, it is perfect for spider webs, but I also love it for anything. Let me grab my tape. So for this ribbon, I like to just wrap it around and then just tape it to the back side because nobody's going to see that. So I usually turn it around and make sure I'm still straight. So nobody will see that tape on the back. And now I'm going to be using liquid glue because this is embossed, so it sticks better. So I just put some liquid glue all over it. I don't put it on top of the Scotch tape, but set that on our card base. We might pop our spiders up this time, just for fun, in our sentiment. So this, if you think of it ahead of time, which I can never remember to do, we have adhesive sheets. So you could just take your piece of silver foil, put it on an adhesive sheet, and then run it through, and then when it comes out, it's a sticker. I did not think to do that, so, whoa, that's too much. So we're just going to put little dots of glue here in the middle where it's a little thicker. And this glue is pretty strong, so you don't have to have a lot. And you definitely don't want big globs because then it'll just, like that one is still too big. It'll just squeeze out. So now we're going to set that in the middle of our ribbon here. Our mesh ribbon, and you just hold it for a couple minutes till it grabs. There we go. Oh, I didn't grab on that side, did it? Let me grab my mini dimensionals. Let's see if I have any ready somewhere. Well, we may not put them on dimensionals. Wait, I found some, I think. Maybe. Here we go. Oh, that doesn't want to stick. All right. We must not have gotten any glue right there. Or it's just, here, we'll put some right there. It was sticking to the mesh and not to the paper, so we'll make sure. Whoa, sorry about that. We'll make sure that it's on the part that's going to hit the paper. There we go. All right, let's see if we like these spiders with dimensionals, mini dimensionals this time. Now it's probably going to have to just go on the lower part, so we'll see if we like it. It may make them kind of, you know, stand up on one end. Let's see. Let's try one and see. I guess it looks like they have their legs up in the air. Oh, patients will really hate that. We'll do dimensionals this time. Just for something different. And then if we're going to put dimensionals on these, we might as well put dimensionals on our sentiment too. We'll put 2 on it, 1 on each end. There we go. And actually, before I put the other spiders on, move all this out of the way, I'm going to put my ribbon on, which I threw over here. So I'm just going to tie it in a bow. And if you wanted it a deeper purple, you could just go back over it with the blend again. There we go. Let's trim that a little bit. There we go. And now we'll get a glue dot. It's a good thing all my adhesive is just behind me. So we'll get a glue dot and stick this to the bottom of our wreath. And that way we'll know where to place those spiders. So we don't have to worry about them getting covered up by the ribbon. Put one there. And one up here. And then our sentiment. And it will just go down here. Oops. There we go. All right, and there is our card. Has some shimmer on it. We could certainly add some Wink of Stella to the little spider bodies if we wanted to add some more shimmer. But the wreath and this mesh ribbon give it some nice shine. All right, that is all. I will draw for this next week, and I'll draw for last week's card right after I get done here. One thing I do want to tell you about is for the month of October, so starting yesterday through the end of October, they're having a special on the starter kit. So if you're not familiar with this, the starter kit is what you can get to join Stampin' Up. So it's always a good deal. It's $125 worth of product for $99, and shipping is free on that starter kit, which saves you another, I don't know, $12 more. But right now, for the month of October, they have a special where you get $155 worth of product for $99 free shipping. So this is a great deal. It's definitely something that if you've been thinking about joining Stampin' Up, this is a good time to do it. I'll put a post out on Facebook with a link to sign up on my team. You do not have to have classes, do videos like I do. Most of the ladies on my team are what we call happy shoppers. And so they may have a couple of friends that order from them, but they mostly just are in it for the discount. And that is perfectly okay. But if you would like to even earn a little bit of money or be able to, pay for a few of your stamps, you can have classes and do things like that. But it's entirely up to you what you want to do and get out of it. But if you're interested in this at all, let me know. Like I said, I will put a post out on Facebook with the link to join my team in case you are interested. But any questions, feel free to ask me. I love it. We will be going to an event in November, our first full in-person event since COVID started. So we're going to Arlington, and it's going to be a blast. Stampin' Up, They know how to put on events. And they spoil you, and you get free stuff, and you get to see all the new stuff. Like when we go in November, we will get to see the new spring mini catalog that will be coming out in January, but we'll get to see it in November, and we'll get products from it, and we'll get to order products from it. So there are some extra perks just for being a part of the team. So anyway, if that's something you're interested in, let me know. Be glad to help you with any questions you have. Thank you for joining me tonight. Somebody will win this card next week, and I will post who won last week's card. And I will put on my blog the measurements for this one. Not too many measurements, but I'll put them out there for you so that you can recreate this if you want, or something similar. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next week.